Hey guys, so I have 4 products that I'm going to be talking about today that I purchased in the last week or so, I would say. Yeah, over the last week I got these 4 things here and there. And so I'm going to show you what I bought, and they're all drugstore products. And I'm going to give you a little bit of information about each one. So just, mini reviews, not like an in-depth type thing. All right, so let's get started. The first thing that I bought was the new L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise Mascara. And the best way to sum this up as to what this mascara is like is if you have ever used Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, it is very similar. If you look at the packaging is similar. I would say this tube is maybe a little more narrow than the Too Faced one. The brush is quite similar. The formula, I think, is just a little bit better. It's a little bit wetter than the Too Faced. The Too Faced, for me, is, I don't know, the texture, there's something just a bit off on the texture on that. It's funny because I had gotten a mini sample in something and I really liked it, and I bought the full size, and then the full size I didn't like as much as I did the mini. And one of you had told me that that was how I was going to feel about it because that's what happened to you, and you were right. But anyways, yeah, this is like a better version of the Too Faced Better Than Sex. So if you like Too Faced Better Than Sex, I think you might even like this better. I still like the L'Oreal Telescopic mascara the best. L'Oreal makes really good mascaras, but that one is my favorite. I still have my tube of L'Oreal Telescopic Carbon Black that I'm working on, but I think I have to throw that away, I think, when we hit June. So I've been buying a few mascaras here and there, trying to find something that I really love, but I don't know. I'm so fussy when it comes to mascaras that I mean, this is good, but I can't say I would recommend it. It isn't great, but it's new, and whenever somebody comes out with a new mascara, I'm always a little curious. So yeah, anyways, that's what I have on right now. And I'm going to look up so you can see my lashes, just so you can get an idea of what it looks like. And this is not the waterproof version. I don't like waterproof mascaras. So, yeah, there's that. And then I had been using my Rimmel Magnify'eyes eyeshadow palette in #1 Keep Calm and Wear Gold. I have been reaching for that a lot. And it reminded me how much I like that palette. And if you're not familiar with that, just for a frame of reference, this is what it looks like. And I had been enjoying that so much that I said to myself, when that launched, there were 3 palettes that came out. So maybe you should take a look at what the other 2 palettes look like and pick one of those up too, because these are like $8, I think they are. I think they're like $7.99 at most stores. And so I saw #2, which is called London Nudes Calling, and it's gorgeous. I absolutely love it. I have it on today, and I have, let's see, when did I get this? I can't remember now. It was very, very recently. But I've been playing around using this different ways over the course of the last few days, but I've been reaching for it basically every day since I bought it. I really, really love this. And the shadow that is absolutely the most gorgeous is this one right here. It's like a bronzy copper color, and it is stunning. And that is what I have in the outer crease area, and then I also put it on the outer lid, and I dragged it down along the lower lash line and used it sort of as a, I smudged it down along the lower lash line. So depending on, what brush you use and how much pressure you use, it It looks like different colors. But yeah, I love that antique bronze color. So I went through all my eyeshadows, and because I said to myself, this seems very familiar, but I'm not sure from where. So at first I thought maybe it was a dupe for a MAC eyeshadow. And I went through all my bronzy, coppery MAC eyeshadows, and I couldn't find a match for it. And then I thought, wait a minute, you know what it's a dupe for? The Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette has a shade in it called Antique Bronze. And it is a dupe for that. Now, if you look at that, that looks a lot lighter in the pan, but if you swatch them, okay, so one of them is maybe just got a little bit more like redness to it. And which one was that? The Rimmel one. The Rimmel one has a little bit more redness to it. I actually prefer the Rimmel one. I just think that is the prettiest color. So if you've always liked the antique bronze color in the Anastasia palette, also Vermeer there's a dupe for Vermeer in this Rimmel palette as well. So if you really like these two shades, but you don't see yourself using like the reds and the pinks and the orangey shades, you might want to instead get this Rimmel palette because it has a lot more wearable shades in it, and it's got some cool shades in it too. See, it's got like that cool taupe, and then there's a gray and a purple there. But it's got a lot of lighter shades that are very versatile with different tones in them. And then these mid-range shades, you could do a lot of different things with those. So, I don't know, I think that for $8, this is definitely well worth it. And I like the texture of these shadows. Okay, I also got a couple of Milani products, and I love their blushes. I have a ton of them. And I was looking at pictures of this one online the other day. This is one of their powder blushes that has the rose imprint on it. This is called Coral Cove. And I've seen this before many times at the store, and I was always like, wow, that's way too bright. But if you use a light hand and you blend it really well, I have it on right now, you can make it wearable. And of course, if you have darker skin than me, then you won't have to be as careful. I think this would be a really pretty color on anyone with deeper skin tone. But at the same time, even if you do have light skin like me, just be careful when you put your brush in there and just blend it really well. So you don't have to really be afraid of this. But I like this with the warmer types of eye looks, and so it's just a really bright coral. And you do have to blend it quite a bit. It doesn't blend as easily as some of my other blushes. Well, that wasn't a very good swatch, but I think you get the gist of it. And then the last thing I got was a Milani Color Statement matte lipstick. And I already have had these before, and they're normally fine, but for some reason, this particular one goes on very dry. This is number 68, Iconic. And it's sort of a warmer red. It's got like a little bit of coralness to it. So it isn't a true red, but I just wanted something in this color family to tie into all these other warm colors that I've got going on here. I don't have this on today because I had a lot of problems with this, with the application, and it's just very dry. I don't know if this is an old one that had been sitting around at the store for a long time, because I've had these before and I never had that problem with them. So I think that might have been the case. So what I ended up doing was, to make it work better, I put some lip treatment product on, like, you know, a lip moisturizer, and then I took a lip brush and applied it that way. And it was a little bit easier to apply it that way, but I don't really like to have to work that hard with a lipstick. But this isn't a shade that I would wear like all the time anyway, so yeah, but I don't know if it was because it was old or just because something about this shade. Because sometimes you can have a lipstick range that is, for the most part, okay, and then there might be one or two colors in the range that don't apply like the other ones do, something about the pigment. So I'm not really sure what the problem was with this, but I wouldn't buy this color again because of that, even though I do like it. And let's see, I think that is it, you guys. So thank you so much for watching and subscribing, and I'll see you next time. Bye.